Simulated golf is here to stay. You will have been watching TGL, I'm sure, with great interest. You maybe even have your favorite team, your favorite player, your favorite moment. You might have a simulator setup as beautiful as this one at Full Swing in your house, or have access to it at your golf course. They're becoming ever more popular. Even if you have a launch monitor at home and you put the bed sheet out there and you strike golf balls into it to play a home sim do-it-yourself setup, the product today validates that this is here for the future. It validates indoor fitting. It shows you that there's a place for it. It might be all you have access to as a golfer. So you want to make sure that the product you're hitting talks to your launch monitor, because ball data can get more accurate with something that TaylorMade have brought out, which is in the premium line that you should take note of, in the TP5X and the TP5. This is the tracker golf ball, and it's bringing indoor tracking into the core of the golf ball. Yes, you've got the 5 layers. Yes, you've got the core. Yes, you've got the performance that Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, and other Team TaylorMade stars use in their golf ball, but now you can get more accurate data as it talks directly and correlates with whatever launch monitor you use. Now, this isn't the first product we've seen it with in 2025. The QI35 has a head that comes out there with markers on the face. So that shows you that TaylorMade as a brand are leaning in on launch monitor tech, they're leaning in on sim tech, and they want the two things to be better. Not only does this help the fitters out there? Does it help the content creators out there? Does it help people like me that are here to talk and educate you about product? But it also helps you, the user, because you know that what you're getting back in terms of data has got that little bit better. So let's show you how this works. Let's show you how it differs from a regular golf ball and why, and how these things are measured when it comes to the launch monitor. Instant into the screen. That's what I love about this sim. Caught the back edge, it was an absolute flush. I might need to move that target back a little bit. You can see from these initial shots, it was a good hit. I've got the camera over the top catching that up. But this is the information that I want to look at. So 94.7 on the apex. It came out as a little bit of a draw, you can see that, and that is confirmed by my 6,667 spin rate. This is a 7-iron. So when you turn the ball over like that, yes, you get, as you can see in the middle of the screen here, the 181 carry and the 184 total. But now I have the trust to know that because of the tracker golf ball, because this is actually what I play, I'm now going premium for premium. Yes, the club data is picked up by the tech around me. Yes, the smash factor is. But these key numbers that we use for fitting, along with our launch data, because of the tech in the golf ball and because of the distance I've got for the monitors to talk to each other, now I've got more accurate data and a trust factor. So if we go for the fade, again, I'll show you how that'll impact these numbers, especially if I can hit a nice big fade on this and give you a different spin rate. So for your irons, you've then got, again, that all-important trust factor. How good is it with a practice facility? And this is where I absolutely love simulators. You now have the two different ball flights. You can gauge your start line, but on the same note, you can then see the ball flights, how they differentiate in the air, and you get one of them falling to the right, one of them falling to the left. That was a good strike. The fade came out similar at 6,700 because we're not talking huge differences with shape of ball flight. But we can see launch angles. Those shots, to be fair, were almost identical, and you can see that in the smash factor. So let me exaggerate this more just to highlight what's going on. We'll go bigger draw, moving out to the right. The way I do this is generally move the golf ball back a bit. That's going to help you push the path, also the attack angle, and then just turn it over a bit. So we'll try and get a bit more draw out of this one. Ball back in the stance. So slight draw, coming back in towards our target. We should see a low spin rate on that one and more exaggeration out of it. Strike was okay, not bad. You can see that on the Ion 3 cameras over the top, but 6,300. so that reduces that spin for us. And then if I go for the opposite, again now ball position up in my stance a bit, large fade, and we should see a higher, you can see a higher apex straight away, lands shorter because of the shot shape. And then we should see a true telling sign. That was a decent strike, to be fair. But we should see a true telling sign in the spin rate. Should be up over 7,000, which is actually what I wanted to see. But you can see the spin rate picks up to 7,400. Now, Tiger Woods, Colin Morikawa are arguably the best golfers in the world when it comes to iron play. They like to see a very high spin rate number on their 7-iron. So they'd like to see that on a straight golf shot or a slightly falling right. But they use the TP5 golf ball. I'm using the TP5X that takes spin off the golf ball, hence why I had to hit a large shape to get over the 7,000 number. What spin rate is right for you as a golfer? Well, you want to look at your apex, you want to look at your club speed. Are those two numbers, bear in mind that was a fade, but 91 club speed and 100 apex, that would correlate. So again, you can see the golf ball giving me the accuracy. If I'm hitting a straight golf shot or the first two, I'd want the apex to be around the club speed. If I'm hitting this high fade, well, it's exactly that. I want a higher apex. So again, we know the numbers are confirmed. Launch, dependent on the shot shape, 20 degrees would be in the window for a high fade. This has got 34, 35 degrees on the blade, so launching it about half of that for the speed that I have. Now, if you don't deliver the speed, you need to launch it higher and spin it less. If you deliver the speed, you need to launch it lower and spin it more, because you're probably a better player and you want to compress it. All of these things now are the nitty-gritty granular detail that we're getting down into when it comes to golf ball fitting and it comes to club fitting. They will all impact, and you saw it in those 4 ball flights, how far that golf ball travels when it lands on the green, and they'll all impact the distance off driver and how much that golf ball spins, apexes, and bounces forward. So, bring it full circle back to why TaylorMade are getting into the simulator golf ball industry and business with the tracker is because, as you can see, from the 4 shots that I've given you an example, we've hardly had any difference in those 2 middles. We've had a significant difference in others. If I was hitting a 790, if I was hitting a game improvement iron versus a blade, you're going to then see different numbers that give you different control. So this data, this information is absolutely not something that you can sleep on, because this will give you a difference in performance and it will make your simulator golf more enjoyable. Should you be someone who in these winter months this is all you have to play simulator golf, therefore this makes it more accurate. Or if indoor fitting is all you have, this now makes it more premium and more like reality. And you can see it in the shots that I hit, that proves that this thing works in relation to any form of simulator or a full swing kit launch monitor that you might be using. So check them out. I'll put the links down in the bio of where you can get this stuff. It's a niche product, I get it, but as I said at the top, simulator golf, TGL, indoor fittings, they're going to be a thing of the future. Golf ball and fitting is absolutely crucial. You cannot mix and mess around with that. Playing the same golf ball is crucial. So I don't need to hit the TP5 because I know I'm in the TP5X, but you can literally get both of the premium models in this. It's important. I know I'm harping on about it, but it's crucial when it comes to fitting. It's crucial that you have the right thing and you don't change too many variables. You're going to no doubt dive into pretty golf shafts, brand new heads, grip thickness, swing weight, all of the things we talk about on this channel. So why would you then start diving around with the most important piece of equipment, which is the golf ball? Hopefully you understand that and you wouldn't start messing around with it, and therefore you're going to get results that are going to help your game. If you like what you're seeing, be sure to hit subscribe. Get down in that comment section. I'm going to answer absolutely anything that you put in there, so make sure it's worthwhile me reading, because it'll be me sat there typing back to you.